star and videographer, the one and only Rocco Hasafume.
And thank you very much, Howie. The movie that I'm doing this week is none other than the latest Hunger Games movie, Mockingjay Part 1. It is directed by Francis Lawrence, and it stars Jennifer Lawrence, no relation. In a distant, dark future, Hunger Games champion Katniss Everdeen, played by Lawrence, becomes a reluctant symbol of rebellion as the people of Panem fight to liberate themselves from the oppressive rule of the capital. As I've watched this Hunger Games, this franchise kind of evolve from the first film being very much kind of in the vein of like Battle Royale with, a teenage girl as like the main character. It definitely broke new ground in terms of like these kind of, teenage stories where, just the level of like the violence that we've seen in these types of movies is incredible. Like we haven't seen anything of this kind of scope where you see all these young people involved in all this conflict. But the first movie was pretty good. The second movie I thought was even better, and then this one, this is a much bigger story this time around. This is not like the little, where, Katniss is in a competition and it's a lot of action and all that. Now it's more about the politics of the main story, the idea of them being, liberating the Earth from the tyrannical rule of the capital. The problem is, though, by splitting it into two movies, some of the action that's the Hunger Games is well known for, unfortunately, there's not a lot of it in this particular film. The political drama that makes up most of this movie is pretty good. The only problem is that it gets a little extraneous at times, and you can kind of tell that this could have been cut. Some of it could have been cut, and they could have made it into like one longer movie, and I think it would have worked better. But all in all, it's pretty good. I think it's still, Hunger Games is still a very viable, very entertaining film franchise. So I definitely recommend anybody who loves Hunger Games to see it. So, but I really think that it would have been better if it had been one longer movie. I think you would have gotten more bang for your buck, because I feel like there's too much setup in the movie, all the political drama and stuff, but there's not enough payoff. Once the movie gets exciting, it's over. So, unfortunately, you have to wait a year for the second part to really find out what happens. So, I understand that from a business point of view, but in terms of it as a film, it really doesn't work that well. I mean, I feel like it's more like what you do for television than you do for film. I feel like film now is becoming more like television in this regard. But all in all, Hunger Games is still solid. I give Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 3 out of 5 stars, so thank you.
Hey, Rocco. Great job.